thing. See? Show it to him.
That's very nice.
Alright, you got toilet paper in the
Whoa, toilet paper. A whole bunch of toilet paper.
How many times you got to freaking go back?
I was gonna freaking do that.
Tape it a little bit more.
Got a little? Ooh, don't poke him in the head. Damn. Sportsman Warehouse. Oh, whoa, what is that one? Is that the one you've been eating?
That's what I need right there.
Is that the one? Hey.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Mr. Deep Pocket.
Even 7.
Hey. That's for our boat? Oh, thank you, Richie. That was we got a boat. Thank you.
Got a boat? Yeah, right.
In our brain.
Perfect.
What's up, everybody? It's your man, Bass Boy Rich here. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Helix 7, and we will start the install process. I do have to take my old unit off, which is a Helix 7, but just a standard version, not the Mega. It does have down imaging and side imaging though on the other one. This is the Mega with the CHIRP technology, so definitely supposed to put out a way much clearer picture there. You know, we got the dual spectrum CHIRP, Mega down imaging, Mega side imaging on a 7-inch display. Also going to order the Humminbird Lake Master for this kit. Do be aware though, this kit does not come with a faceplate for the unit. You do have to order that separately, which is kind of ridiculous, but at least I have my other unit, which is the same size, that I can use that one, or give me the hard one. So right out the back, everything's nicely packaged and separated. You do have the unit here itself. Nice clean protective coverage, of course, plastic all the way around. Obviously this is the brains of the whole system here. Second here, you got some hardware. The knobs for the side of the actual mount. It does come with a flat surface mount, which I also got my RAM mount. So this will bolt onto the back of the unit, and then the whole unit will sit perfectly flush with this RAM mount. Before you buy RAM mount, make sure you read the description and make sure you're ordering the right one for your unit. As you can tell, that's a perfect lineup there. So that is perfect for this Helix 7, and it is nice, big, and strong to hold it in place. Of course, in the box, be careful with your transducer wiring. Don't want to damage that. You do have the Mega imaging transducer. It does have side imaging. You can see along the sides as well as the bottom. Nice and covered. This here is some power cable. Definitely make sure that you do go to your hardware store though and buy some more wiring, because this is definitely not enough. They should easily provide you with way more wiring than this. So you will have to add some wiring to it. Oh, another thing, as we're talking about the wiring, another thing is we're going to run a separate power wire straight from the power to the battery. Okay, that is the main thing that you want to do. It's going to cause less interference. Your graph won't be just randomly shutting off on you. I know on my old unit, before I did the power straight to the battery, anytime I'd start the boat, man, it would just cut the screens right off there. So yeah, that's it. That is a trick. And the good part is it looks like this one possibly has a fuse built into it already, so great. On my other one, I had to add a fuse in the middle. So this one already has a fuse, so that's perfect. So we're gonna hot straight from the red, obviously is a hot, black is negative. You will need to extend this, okay? You will definitely need to extend this. And then depending on where, you know, where this sits at in your boat, you may be able to ground it, you know, directly to ground, or you may have to extend the ground wire as well. But yes, this goes and plugs into the back of the transducer. Then in the separate bag, you have your transducer mounting hardware. That's on the back of the boat. I'm not gonna probably end up using this because I already have, like I said, the other 7, which means that I get lucky enough, hopefully it will fit in the same place and I won't have to drill into my boat. I'm not scared to drill into my boat. I will if I have to, but if I don't need to, why drill into your boat, right? And then last but not least, here is all of your owner manual. I did actually take the time to read this, you guys. You know, if you've never used a graph, you may want to take the time to read it. It does come in English and other languages as well. But yeah, man, it's got some cool stuff I didn't know. You know, it has like a man overboard mode. I never knew that was built into the graphs. And it gives you just the basics. You know, there's tons of videos if you don't like to read on YouTube, or you could just, you know, click on YouTube. Obviously, the best way to learn, though, is to actually get this thing out on the water and use it repeatedly. You know, they do recommend, well, I don't know if they wouldn't necessarily say they, but it is recommended. I would recommend taking this, once you get this unit installed, take it out on the water. Don't bring no rods. No rods, okay? I know that's hard. That's gonna kill everybody on here, but don't bring any rods, okay? If you watch the pros that pre-fish for some tournaments, you'll see, especially in like Major League Fishing, no rods. And those, what do those anglers tend to do during those tournaments? They always place at least in the top 5. If you ever watch a lot of fishing shows, when they don't bring no rods and they just graph, you're gonna spend so much time learning this unit, getting it dialed in to exactly what settings you want it to, because there's tons of different settings in here, tons of different color palettes. You know, you got to learn certain buttons, certain functions, certain settings. That way you become a better angler and know your unit completely. You know, last thing, I don't want to talk too much. You know, obviously just your warranty booklets, transducer install, control head installation guide if you need a lot of these. If you've never done it before, highly recommend reading all this stuff, okay? These units cost a lot of money. Last thing you want to do is mess it up, right? Okay? And then, of course, got that humminbird sticker, that humminbird sticker. All right, let's get to work. First step for me is to get the boat uncovered. It did rain yesterday, and it is going to rain tomorrow. So I do got a whole bunch of water on this thing. Gotta get all the water off of it. At the console, and you can see that is my old little small ram mount, you guys, before I knew pretty much jittle jack. Yeah, so we got to remove the old ram mount. One thing I'm hoping for, guys, is the fact that the other unit is a Helix and this unit is a Helix as well, so I don't think I'm gonna have to move my power cord. I think all I have to do is run my transducer wire, because I am gonna move this transducer to the front and move this whole unit to the front. I think I'll just have to, I don't know, we'll see what happens, guys. If I have to move it all the way up there, might as well. I don't know yet, guys. Leave some clues in the comments and tell me if I messed up by using the old wiring or if I should just go with the new wiring. But yeah, so obviously the wires run straight down, and on this boat it's pretty simple and easy because you can gain access all the way. Yeah, don't mind my carpet, you guys. I know that's next. But hey, man, carpet is just cosmetics. So if you take these bins out on this boat, which I'm going to set the camera down and do real quick, you take the bin out, you gain full access to all the wiring that runs through this boat. Bam! So down there, I don't know if you could see it that great on the GoPro, but in there, without a light, you can see the wiring runs down there. So it's real easy. The green wire is actually my positive wire right now, and yeah, that goes to my unit right now. Like I said, it extends it. Make sure you get the right gauge wire. If you run too thin of a wire, you can run into some really big problems, so make sure you get your right gauge wiring that you're looking for. But yeah, so time for me to make a decision if I'm going to run a new power wire or if I'm going to use the same old power wire, because I do have to run one all the way to the front of the boat anyways, or just extend that one. I don't know. Let me think about it and be right back. Okay, guys, I think what I decided to do is use the new wire that came with the fish finder to run to the front of the boat. It's just going to be easier for me to do it that way because I don't have that much wiring here, and I really don't feel like going to the hardware store. And I mean, it's really not a big deal. The plugs are the same exact plugs, thankfully. You can look at that. I couldn't get any more precise than that. Perfectly same exact plug. Thank you, Humminbird, for thinking of that. And it is a perfect match, dude. Same exact fitment. So gonna reuse that, see how it goes. I mean, worst case scenario, it doesn't work, I rip it all back apart and have to do it again, you know. But yeah, That's just the way it is. So first thing we're gonna do is attach some positive to this wire here. And if you're gonna do this, you guys, I don't suggest using the butt connectors. You know, the ones where you take one end and take another end and crimp them down. I don't recommend doing that. You should definitely solder them together. It's always best. But you're gonna watch me use it. I don't care, man. I just want my Helix on because I'm going fishing this weekend. So I need that unit put on, and I don't feel like soldering and going to pick up all this stuff. Worst case scenario, I have to do it again. And like I said, I'm not really, okay? Beat me up in the comments if you want, but I'm really not concerned. Like I said, you should not use this. You should solder them together before you guys tear me apart in the comments. You should solder these pieces together, okay? It helps prevent water corrosion, all that stuff as well. And then put a jacket over it. But I'm going to use butt connectors and possibly some heat wrap if I can find out where I put it. That's the next step. All right, you guys. Like I said, yes, solder. One more time, okay, you guys. Solder. Don't use the connectors like I'm about to do, okay? Okay, guys. Like I said, so I already have a Helix unit. So the mount and everything is exactly the same. So I don't have to re-drill any of my holes. Only thing I'm going to have to do is reline it up, get it out on the water in order to do that. But yeah, so I'm just going to unbolt this real quick, and it's going to be a little bit of a pain because I have the camera in my hand. But it shouldn't fall because it's zip tied and strapped down. Okay, it's getting loose now, and it's pretty much out. There's a nut on the other side, so it will spin. Let me see if I can clamp the camera on something. And just like that, what do you guys know? Transducer is off. Oh, don't lose those spacers. Sorry, you guys, but so it's undone from there. We just remove it from right here. This is a transducer to my old unit that will be going in the front of the boat now. Yes, I believe in putting my Mega at the helm. I want it right there because that's where I'm going to do most of my charting anyways. So I might as well have my Mega unit there. The right one. Okay, so now I need to identify which cord it is going through here and over here before I start pulling on just everything. And I believe it is this one here. And in order to do that, yep, as you guys can see, I'm pulling, and you see that one starting to come with it. I don't know if you can get it too good in the camera, but you can see it moving, so that is correct. And I don't feel like it is strapped. I don't feel like it is zip tied to anything. And look at all the extra wiring I left in there, guys. Nice job, huh? Nice wiring job. Yeah, let me record my sweater. So I'm just getting the other end of the transducer and pulling nice and slow to see if it comes, and it feels like it's coming out. So I don't think I zip tied anything in there. That is freaking perfect. Oh my gosh, look how easy that is, guys. Bam. Now, hopefully it's that easy to run the new one. Okay. So now we're just gonna go from right here, this split, and of course, you know, I'm gonna do it with the wiring. I got a kahula. Come on, get on out of there. See, the transducer wiring is perfect. They make it perfect length to do anything. But the wiring they supply you with is garbage. You're paying so much money for these units. Granted, I didn't buy my unit, but spending so much money on these units, you think they can supply you with a long enough power cable when they know that you got to run the freaking unit directly to the battery. They know that, and they don't supply you with enough wiring. What's the deal, Humminbird? Come on. We got to run the new transducer wiring through those slots you saw me pull the old one out of. There's a couple tricks to try and do. I don't know which one I'm going to try and use yet. Oh yeah, another keynote, dude. The Helix packaging, dude, is perfect. It comes with all the hardware. Even comes on your new mounting bracket hardware if you had to drill into the back of your boat, which I don't. But brand new hardware, man. Big shout out to Humminbird. They're doing things right. Just wish that they would provide you with way more power cable because they know that you need it. So like I said, I was lucky, guys. I was lucky. You may not be as lucky as me, and you might have to re-bolt this on, but for me, I am lucky. It lines right up, fits perfectly in there. If you just saw, perfect fit. Just got to put your adjustment locks in. Adjustment there for you. And make sure you do check. There's like little knobs. It does have to go on a certain direction. I don't think it would really care, but there's like a knob on there, man, that I'm gonna line up on mine. You might not have to on yours, but I just like to do everything a little bit crisp sometimes. As you heard me say earlier, I'm not gonna freaking solder anything, even when I put the other unit on. But I'm gonna get this just kind of locked in place for right now. Like I said, it's not gonna, most likely not gonna stay right there in that position or that angle, unless that's where Humminbird wants it at. Okay, so now I have that ran through there. I actually want to come in behind my fuel line. I'm gonna take that, just pull it on through. Bam. Now I need to get my end. And this is where it starts to get fun. You got to feed the end through the hole. Feed it through the hole. Give yourself plenty of slack in there. Pull it as much as you can before it gets all wired up. And the more slack, I mean, if you could run it all through there, that would be great too, but I'm gonna run a lot of it through there, that way you can just grab it on the other side. And you see all this wiring here? Look at that. It's all right here. All that wiring's right here. Now I just pull and pull and pull and pull and pull till it all comes out. You guys really can't see shit without the light. Okay, the only other thing I did was run it from there, back there, through the little cut hole right here, into the next slot. And you just pull. Okay, softly. If it gets hung up and something's getting stuck, you need to check it and fix it before you can just keep pulling on it. Now the fun part, the part that probably everybody hates to do, is run it through. You got to go all the way up to there. You got to run from there. It goes all the way down here for my boat, and it ends up coming out of there. For me, I can almost reach for it and just grab it, so that's what I'm gonna try and do first. Then if it doesn't work, I'll put I'll tape either another wire through it. You can tape another wire to the end of the transducer, or you can tape this to a long rod. Okay, and if you can use a long rod too. You just get like a coat hanger or something, cut it, tape it to the end of this, push your rod all the way straight through, and then reach from the other side. Alright guys, so I just found my little magnet extender, and for me that should be exactly the perfect length, so I'm literally just going to extend it all the way out. I'm going to take my end of the transducer, I'm going to wrap some tape around this side of it, because I want as much as I can, so let me actually wrap it just like that. Wrap it very good. You don't want it falling apart in the middle of the boat. And I'm going to run this through just like this. Look at that, guys. So look at that. Talk about perfect, guys, or what? Look at that. You guys know what that is, right? That is the end of the transducer. Look at that. There's my transducer wire. Collapse it all back down. Look at that. Bam. Take, pull. Softly, slowly, methodically, pull. See, because it will get wrapped up in other wires, which you don't want. You know, pull wires that don't need to come out. Just make sure it's tight. And I mean, come on, guys. We were going to go spend all that money. I'm doing this here in the dark, man. If you really want to pay somebody to do all that, you crazy. You crazy. Your pockets is deep. You're what we call king deep pockets. You want to go spend all that money. If you don't care if it's not freaking soldered, call me. I'll freaking hook you up. And now we're gonna run it through the hole, which I'm gonna try and go blind and see if I can do it blindly. Oh, look at that. Look at that, you guys. Did it blindly. I don't know if you can see that, but look at that. Can you see the high pull? Blindly. Did it blindly. Did it blindly, and that's all you need. Because remember, you don't have to pull the cable all the way out, because it's just gonna go to the unit, which is gonna be right here. Of course, I'll do wire cleanup and I'll strap everything down, you know, but I just want to get this unit plugged in. Last piece now is going to be to undo this ram mount and install my new mount. Hopefully only have to drill one hole. Well, not one hole, but I have to drill one time. Let's do that. One more stupid thing Humminbird did. Besides the positive wire is they don't send you, and neither does RAM, the bolts that go into the plate. That is dumb. That frustrated my soul. I had to put it together. They should have supplied that. So that is a big no-no. That is my dislike. So I had to put up some random stuff together, and eventually I'll go out to the hardware store and get the good stuff. But for now, at least I can get this thing bolted into place. All right, you guys, it's completely pitch black out, but here we go. I got my power cable, my transducer cable, my mount installed. This mount is beautiful. It's a lot higher and obviously way bigger than the old one was. Okay, let's get a countdown going. 3, 2, 1. Let's see if that old wiring works. Oh, baby. The camera can't really pick it up, but man, isn't that beautiful? CHIRP Mega SI GPS G3, baby. Yeah, your boy's in the house. Look how good this unit is, guys. Look, I can freaking see every little speck rock, the shadows behind it, both sides. Right now I'm shooting 100 feet. I'm gonna probably drop it down to 60 feet, but look at that. Oh my gosh, this is just turned on. This is what it comes with right out of the box. This mega imaging is no joke, you guys. That is clear, clear, clear. Let's see if we can find some fish. Look at that, guys. Look at that. It's starting to get some marks. First marks with the new Helix 7. You can literally see some marks. Definitely fish. Definitely fish, you guys. So water temp, 52 degrees. Those fish are deep, 70 feet. But it's starting to get some marks.